Hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rachak with us. Double honors under the elders of Apostle Green Millstone, the elders Green Millstone, and of course, peace and blessings under the hopeful elect. This is your sermon say Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, serving in truth and sincerity. Yes, on the brother Chayabah from ZMS Plaintail's Camp. Come back with another lesson to his spirit. Yes, this lesson will be based off of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and 3. We know the world is continuing to speak about ceasefires, peace deals, negotiations, things stabilizing. But the scriptures already tell us what a spirit to be in when they say peace and safety. So the point is that peace is not coming, but some destruction is coming. So read it. It says 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then some destruction cometh upon them, as travail up upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So for when they shall say peace and safety, negotiations, ceasefires, peace deals, treaties being made, then what's the result? What's the effect after that? It says, then some destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So again, that word for peace, a Greek word is irene, a state of national tranquility. So I looked up how was America in the 50s. It says America in the 1950s was defined by stark contrast of booming economic prosperity, a rise in suburban family life. It also goes into intense Cold War anxieties and the early sparks of the civil rights movement. Yeah, so the point is about booming capitalism. It says the gross national product more than doubled between 1945 and 1916 as the United States emerged as the world's dominant economic superpower. It also says the American dream, affordable mortgages driven by the GI Bill, fueled a massive surge in home ownership. And yeah, you go into TV revolution, rock and roll, consumerism. The point is that America was in a good state at that time, and things were thriving. I mean, our elder apostles mentioned it, but America will never go back to that state. It will continue to keep on getting worse and worse. So it says a state of national tranquility. It says exemption from the rage of havoc of war, or it says exemption from the rage and havoc of war. Peace between individuals, i.e. harmony, concord. The point is that there will be no peace. So it says exemption from the rage and havoc of war. Peace between individuals, i.e. harmony, concord. So there will be no harmony. There will be no exemption from the rage and havoc of war. Things will continue to get worse, even though they say peace and safety. Getting the word for safety within the Greek, it says asphalia, meaning firmness, stability. So it says certainty. So what are they telling you? That things will stabilize, the economy will stabilize, the conflicts and the war between these nations will stabilize. It says certainty, undoubted truth. That's what they're trying to present it as. That's what they're presenting it as. If peace will come, it's certain that that's what they're trying to say. It's a security from enemies and dangers. So there you have it. Telling you that the ceasefires, that things are looking good. What is the president saying? It says, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Yes, sudden. Getting the Greek word for sudden. It says Ahiv need Eos, meaning unexpected. It says unforeseen, unawares. Luke, yeah, and that word for unawares, or the same word was used in Luke 21:34. It says, take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life. So that day come upon you unawares. Because many people will be in that spirit, especially, the heathen. The heathen are going to do what they're going to do, but our people, this is concerning our people, really. So making sure we're staying on point in the spirit, not being swayed by this world. Because, as it says, and so that day come upon you unawares. Because there's a lot of Jake who falls out. They go back into the world, or they let the world take them. And what they get caught up with, it says, in surfeiting, drunkenness, and cares of this life. And so that day come upon you unawares. So Yahushua laid it plain, we're not supposed to be in that spirit. At least that day come upon us unawares. Which is ultimately Yahushua's return. So again, the word for destruction within in Greek, it says oletheros, or it says olethros. It says ruin, death, destroy. It says death, punishment. Yeah, so sudden death, sudden punishment will come after. So we have the whole breakdown of this. So the warning sign isn't just open war. The warning sign is when these same rulers who are within this war say that there will be peace. And that peace is being restored. So let's go ahead and get the article. Get the article real quick. It says, Trump says Iran ceasefire is over after latest round of strikes. U.S. President Donald Trump said Wednesday that America's ceasefire with Iran is over. I don't want to deal with them anymore, he said during a press conference at the NATO summit in Ankara, Turkey. Trump's comments came after the U.S. launched a series of retaliatory strikes against Iran, with both sides accusing each other of violating the ceasefire. So skimming down, it says, during a joint press conference with NATO Chief Mark Rutte at the Military Alliances Summit in Ankara, Turkey on Wednesday, Trump said, I think it's over, in response to a reporter's question. I don't want to deal with them anymore. As far as I'm concerned, it's over, he added. Look at this devil's face. He thinks it's over. It says he added that Washington's delegation wanted to negotiate a peace deal, but that he saw it as a waste of time dealing with the Iranian side. Yeah, and it goes into strikes. Yeah, the U.S. military conducted a series of powerful strikes against Iran in retaliation for 3 commercial vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz coming under attack on Tuesday. So the scriptures give us a proof that even though they say peace and safety, there's sudden destruction coming. And the ultimate sudden destruction is when Yahushua comes back to take down Esau and his kingdom. But we know these scriptures, these scriptures go in parallel, because this scriptures say prepare war. We're about to get it, but the scriptures say prepare war. And there's going to be distress among the nations. So it's not going to stop until that War 3, the climax of it, happens. The article also says, Oh yeah, read this. It says Trump's comments came after the U.S. and Iran accused each other of violating a ceasefire that was reached last month in the wake of fresh strikes. So that ceasefire got violated quickly. Why? Because the word of the Lord is that there will be distress among nations, and how war is being prepared. So it will not stop. This proves peace and safety and sudden destruction. Which the ultimate thing of that is Yahushua's return to take down Esau and his kingdom. Yahushua is coming back like a thief in the night, unawares, when the world will least expect him to come back. It says oil prices rose dramatically after Trump spoke with global benchmark Brent crude futures for September delivery jumping 5.7% to trade at around $78.41 per barrel. U.S. West Texas Intermediate futures added 5.9% to settle at $74.60 a barrel. So oil prices have risen dramatically after Trump spoke. Because he's showing doubt. I think it's over. He didn't say it's over. He said, I think it's over. Look at this devil's face right now. So, hey, they know that this isn't over. And it won't be over. Because the scriptures already tell us it's not going to be over. Isaiah 48:22. It says, there's no peace, saith the Lord Yahweh, unto the wicked. So there's no peace unto the wicked. So when the world says peace, the scripture gives a correction for that. There is no peace unto the wicked. So read again, Isaiah 48:22. There's no peace, saith the Lord Yahweh, unto the wicked. So Trump can't run away from it. I mean, Esau can't run away from there being no peace, because he is the wicked. What's a result of wickedness? Obviously, chaos and turmoil. Things being in a troubled, disordered state. That's a result of wickedness. So the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. And such as the rulers are, so are the people. So the reason why the earth is in a wicked state is because Esau, Edom, so-called white man, is in rulership. So it won't be over because there's no peace unto the wicked. The Lord has already spoken it. It says Joel chapter 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. So this is what's happening under that ceasefire language. The peace deals and negotiations, war is being prepared. Just because there's a ceasefire or a peace deal being made, it doesn't mean that these nations are going to stop their nuclear production. They're going to stop building their weapons and building up their defenses and weapons that they're going to use within this war. Why? Because the scriptures already tell us. So under these so-called peace deals, war is being prepared. The nations are still being stirred up, as the Lord said that they will be. Read again, Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Word for prepare is kodash, meaning to consecrate, sanctify, to dedicate. Prepare in the dictionary, it says to make ready for a particular purpose, use, event, or condition. So war is being prepared. So as we just read, peace and safety, the sun destruction. There's no peace unto the wicked. And the scriptures say how war will be prepared. Peace and safety already cuts through any peace deals and negotiations that we see within current events. Also, there's no peace unto the wicked. So the turmoil is never going to stop until Yahushua comes back, until this devil is taken out with his rulership. The chaos is never going to stop until Yahushua comes back. So under all this peace and safety talk, no matter what, war will still be prepared by these other nations. And then what? Sun destruction. War 3 popping off, the climax of it. Yahushua coming back suddenly to make a return to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel and to take down Esau and his rulership, setting up the Israelites strong with the elect of the nation of Israel over all other nations. So Lord's joy, brothers, out there edified. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Pashmakakurash Pakatam. Shalom.